You know, another live I'm making. Uh, I can't. I find it a hard time. Although I don't want to get into skepticism, and I'm a very paranoid person, anyways. Paranoid. I try not to worry about these things that clearly beyond me. It's not like I don't want to state nothing too much on this to give anybody an impression. So 'cause I don't know. I just, I just, I just on that these niggas are less intelligent than me because it's obvious by now. It's obvious. Maybe some of them have experience and have resources that I was a privy to and I've been extricated from. But you, compared to what I see, how foreign, any random foreigner who even of stature, any stature, or not even of stature, respond to me versus, I've talked to lawyers. They have high regards of me. A lot of people, right? Um, especially at my time working at that business place. I've even made lawyers paid money where they didn't even really owe. Cause my company was overcharging them for no reason. And I've sat down and convinced a lawyer, say, this is his actual bill. You see me? This is and the man paid. The man come with all sort of argument narrative and I just focus on he need to pay this. I need to get this man to believe that he owes this. So I'm here again. Like I said earlier, it's hard to not believe this is a matrix. 'Cause I've come across so many Mr. Smith all my life. It's Mr. Smiths I've been coming across. Because I'm saying, why would a complete stranger build up themselves who don't know you, never did anything to them? Nobody in your family ever did anything to them. And yet they have so much disdain and hatred for you that, is ever always, it's not even saying the part where they want to kill you is the part I wouldn't even mind that. But it's like every time it's personal, it's just this personal shit. You see me? It's always this feeling shit. And I'm trying to drag me into this realm of feeling. So it's like torment on every level possible. Every level possible. And then you're fighting. It make you feel like you don't even want to fight no more. Because if it's like this, you're going to be all sort of messy and we're both men, right? You always about some gay shit. Some gay shit, right? Some in the closet gay shit. You see me? Will really make you turn off and say, you know what? I'm not fight you no more. Cause we're not, this is not Greek. This is not Greece. You see me, bro? We're not going Greek and fighting Greek. You see me? I'll keep on my clothes. You keep on your clothes. How about this? We'd even fight in the first place, cause I didn't even know what we're fighting for. I was up for the top challenge. But seeing that it's going this direction, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good. You see me? I don't need to grow like that. I don't need that them kind of exposure there to become hard. You see me? I think I can do without that. You see me? It's always some personal shit with these niggas. Other day, other day, I've been noticing there was a car drive up in front of my yard. And one night, I walk home. One afternoon, I was walking home. I don't know if them didn't they did think I never see them. So this time around, I just gave them the Sigma male stare saying, yo, fuck with me. Just do make the mistake. Do come up in a mouse. Cause I know say yeah niggas have been getting niggas out my house. I know yeah, I've been getting niggas outside my house. So with this shit now, with this shit with the this brother, I in the bar. I end up in a bar and this older lady, if you want to call her that, this older lady, um, she found some kind of attraction to me, and when I came in the bar, it's somebody I recurrently see. She been asking me for buy her a drink, and initially I didn't do it the first time, so I was like, nah. I never say it like that. I try to put it down gently, cause too much females did there in the bar at the time. I had only one young man in there and spend money. So I saying if I buy drink for you, I for go buy drink for all the other females. Them I couldn't offend them like that, and I really don't have it right now. I haven't got paid yet. I'm waiting on my next paycheck. I have bills to pay, right? Uh, she was understanding, and she still kept that same energy, right? Still kept that same energy, but I know say is one of them gold diggers. You see me? But to me, a gold digger is nothing. You see me? If you willing to show me the love, see me, me support you. But you see me, mustn't even go do it like that. Cause this is an older lady. So I don't know who way that going. Right? You see me? And I work too friggin' hard for have no older lady for just come and I run my things like that. You see me? I know too much. So yeah, I don't even need, in spirit, I feel like I'm 1,000 years old. It's just that I'm trying so hard more time for tap into this knowledge. You see me? Cause I feel some 1,000 years old. Not feel, but not in physically, but I just know there's the wisdom there. You see me? So nobody really can play me for a fool like that. I'll more play fool, but I don't want to even put all my tactics out there and my strategies. You see me? 'Cause like I was saying before, got rudely interrupted, you know? I don't even remember. This older lady, she kind of look attractive, you know. I don't want to say nothing, and make you, I don't know what go happen after that. You see me? But she kind of look hoish, right? For a big woman, right? Like, sure, they're doing things for money. So I was saying, like, you know, but she come off real nice. She tell me a lot of things, my ears. You see me? So I was like, in the bar, I've been to the bar like not 5 days straight though, but 5 days. And that's conducive to like my manager at the time. Him was real, he's equivalent to Satan to me. And he very much remind me, his facial structure very much remind me of Satan or a serpent. You see me? So I'm Catholic, Rastafarian, Gnostic, right? So to me, and with all that's going on, him pimping out them females for get a bounce check for constantly harass me every day. So him can write up some false allegations about me. You know? So I just was like, yo, you see me, man give a no. Like one side of me saying like, yo, getting fired is a blessing. But you know, I'm not working. And I'm not making money either. Well, I'm supposed to get my last paycheck next week. But, you know, I really do have to commend that, you know, because all the other workplaces, I have to commend that. You know, so I have to still be grateful. You know, I just have to make it to that time and definitely learn something. Definitely learn something that have a lot of that be opportunity would be a good opportunity for me, right? So I just there at the bar one day and niggas just come in and they come in all upset. You see me? So I was there with her. She called me over there to her and asked me if I want a drink. She never buy it for me, right? But she asked me if I want a drink. So I went and bought my drink. And I feel like these bitches out here spiking my drink. You see me? Cause I drink rum and boom from everywhere else. And for some reason, at that bar, for them rum and boom, make me all a pass out and feel wasted. You see me? And when I go home, I feel all sort of way. But it's really, I feel it there. And just I hold it down. You see me? So I don't even know. So I stopped drinking rum and boom from that bar. Right? So they asked me if I wanted another rum and boom. That's a special, or we call that special out here. You see me? So I said, no, I'm good. But just I drink the Guinness. I'm just I drink Guinness and Dragon for build up myself, build up my muscle and them thing there. Cause I've found the secrets and I've been telling people say I found the formula from a long time. I found the formula. You know? So I just be drinking the Guinness. Not the Guinness. And no, Dragon. I'm more for my cultural things. So I be drinking the Dragon. Niggas come in the bar, drinking the Dragon and smoking. Niggas come in the bar all rowdy, upset, talking all sort of shit. I knew it was intimidation. But you know, they don't know, so I don't really take into. I've been down in the dirt worse than them. They think they whatever going on for all of them stuff there is state of mind for them niggas here. State of fucking mind. And they choose to be like this. They choose to be like this. You see me? So that's why them look ugly and stay the way them stay. You see me? Cause here sit down and think negativity for so long. You don't even have no reason for think no negativity. You see me? You love compare, contrast. You know what people do? You think anybody in this world had been given no handouts? There's nobody. There's nobody, anybody giving you a handout. They just doing it to keep you under, to keep you in the same car. You is the sheep and they're the shepherd. They're the shepherd. There's one thing where God coming to somebody and tell, make them have been fortunate to provide you with some if you're in need. But it's just a next thing when you constantly come back to that. Yeah, you're dependent on that. And that's all my whole entire life. I've made myself the independent, mentally independent. And it is something you have to fight to preserve every day. It's something you have to fight to preserve every day. So me have to fight to preserve every day. So I noticed the bartender lady when that guy kept on going behind me. She kept on saying something as if she was trying to note that to leave me alone. At first, when I heard it, I thought I was having some deeper subliminal conversation with him about something that occurred in the past, right? Then when I seen like she keep on have to tell him every time him go behind me, right? I noticed something, you see me? So I just there. I don't feel anything. I just there enjoying myself same way. You see me? I just there enjoying myself same way, 'cause I never come here with no negative vibes. So I'm not living with no negative vibes. You see me? I just sit there and wait till them niggas and they're there running off their mouth right in front of my face. And two things appears as if it's alright for me. Now, them a try make it seem like the whole of my life, I have it easy, this and that. When they were just out in the road bragging about how I'm crazy and mad and all them stuff there. Now I have this, I work a big company, this and that. Now them a talk as if, but I'm living up here, living in big house and them shit here. My daddy died. I'm just actually live like I'm not out here working. Literally come from work. And niggas there running off the mouth about shit. Niggas running off the mouth about shit. As if they're living my life for me. And seeing how easy I had it. Even if it's so, what's that to you? Even that's the thing. What's that to you? You see me? Because if I I had it easy. Why can't you push off? No. Why you double? Why you why you buffering? Why you stuttering? Why you something there? What's going on? You see me? You see me? If we really that soft, why you stop? Why you stop showing up in front of my yard? Why you stop showing up by yourself? Why you stop showing up? Cause him saying after the whole thing transpired and him rant off boho, this and that, and then I just had to ask him. I had to ask him, I was going to say none to this brother much than what I already had said. I had to ask him, where do you know me from? Right? Then him take off him hat and say, like this is the big reveal. Like you don't remember my face? You don't remember my face? And I say, where could I know you from? In my head, and where this brother come off for be sub old, for act as if I know him, even if I saw him in the car. Or you going to act as if I know you when you don't even know me or what I do. You see me? You see me? You see me? You see me? God, all this fuckery. And it's real frustrating. It's real. Cause I just minding my own business. And I guess this is the world for men. The world for men. But I feel like I exponentially getting it too. Cause I feel at times surrounded. That's why I made the statement say I paid a lot of money to just have this my back to the corner. Right? My back to the corner. I paid a lot of money. Yeah, and you know, it's hard when you don't know what the future holds. It's hard, especially, I wouldn't feel no way about, cause I know I would be driven, motivated, but it's not. It's hard to stay motivated when you're in situations like this and you have a lot of responsibilities and things that you need to do. There's people I need to bring to court, stuff like that. You know, things I need to bring to court, need to get my my faculties in order, like real straight. And people keep on being some unnecessary obstacle to overcome. I never engage them in anything. But, I'm a guy who really keep to himself because I've seen and then I'm being punished. It's almost as at times I'm being punished for it when I've already been punished and I've never done anything wrong. I've never done anything wrong. You know? So I'm just here trying to find the motivation to push forward. I just the reason why I make this life to get certain things off my chest. Forget certain things off my chest. God, I've gone to people that close to me, but it's like I'm not getting the energy woman need or the strength woman need from them. And history with them, where his history of them are providing me with bad advice. I stay with them because I see them genuine live for me. That's my perception. From my perception, they're genuine because they're still there to this day. Maybe them don't want to support me in other ways where would be really helpful to me, right? But if they still make it consistent, so they're there whenever I need to call upon them. And it means a lot to me. I don't know. I know it's these things that I do is not, doing this is not helpful. I do understand that doing this is not helpful to build me up to what I need, you know. But, I'm not that crazy to become so vicious straight off the back, you know. She's vicious and cutthroat straight off the back. I don't feel the intent to go just see somebody and say, I'm gonna want to kill that person, right? Feel like that person shouldn't be living. You know, I don't have that within me, and I feel like that's what people also. I don't know how you people just come onto these information when talk to me, but people can detect that. But I'm not so nice like that. I'm not so nice. You see me, because I've gone through a lot of hardship, you know, gone through way too much hardship. That working at beyond, above human capacity, right to the brink of superhuman. And it's stressing. It's stressing, especially when you don't know. That's why I was comfortable working, and I feel like at my last workplace, the company I got too comfortable. I didn't really, from my perspective, I didn't really slip up. I didn't slip up. I did what I have to do. I didn't do slip up. I do what I had to do. You know? But like I said, like after getting, I don't know if it was a blessing. That really and truly the people I'm there, it felt like being at a mental ward. Cause I the only person working, everybody sitting down, and just, and then there's everybody sitting down talking about system issues. That I still collect a paycheck, and I know the moment I'm fool enough to do that, then it don't even make any sense. Cause I say I'm here to make the money. When I sit down and my try to get them customers here for help me make more money. Buy this cell phone, buy this, come pay your bills. You see me, and then sitting down, not taking the calls, and not gaining any sufficient experience. And I'm too old for this. Some of them people who practicing this is maybe too old, but I'm saying for myself, what I want for myself, and then the part of society I come from, and I don't see that working out, and then I have my credentials, I'm educated, clearly educated, right? I'm clearly educated. I just really tired of this, cause one time you don't remember feel like not to go outside, and I'm finding it now harder nowadays to not interact with people, because people never used to come up to me before like that. Females never used to come up to me before like that. Like this, I'm saying that really and truly, a lot, how I used to get by in society is through the females in my country and other countries. But now things just different. So I guess it's to adapt to it. I guess it's to adapt. I guess it's to adapt to it. But it's really hard when you don't have nothing to fall back on. Really hard when you don't have no really fall back on. And I'm not the type of person to go and ask for a handout or anything. I don't like to be in debt. Those things always come back around, circle back around. Whenever you have the money, them telling you, say, oh, when the interest went up and then all that money it just accumulated, just went back into the hands of your person. Went straight back into them. You know, so I just trying my best to keep the lights on, make sure water running. I do need service on my phone. That's all I deal with mostly. Light, water, service on my phone, and I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci with bills. I don't try to take on any more bills. You know, I don't even see the need. For me personally, because I can just entertain myself. And so much crazy things going on outside. Just, if I want to find some now value, I just go outside. Go outside and I see some crazy shit happening. You know, I feel outside of all the stuff that making me feel bad, not bad about myself, but bad about what's happening to me. You know, I'm okay with myself. I'm okay with myself. I'm very okay with myself. I'm okay with myself and my skin. Being in my skin. You know, I don't really have much insecurities anymore about my skin or my appearance. Maybe I do have insecurities about my dark pigmentation. Somewhere keep on telling me like, yo, it's because of colorism. But I've seen these things being mostly prominently exercised by people darker than me. Right? People see my complexion, I'm a dark skin man, I'm a dark skin man, right? This always exercised by people who darker than me, mostly, right? If there's anything where it's with a woman, right, where she's just being fucked up, where it's trying to talk as fucked up as possible, where it's maybe a brown, never really seen like, yeah, I've come across disrespectful light skinned women who come off as prejudice, right? But when I look and observe, it's not that they're prejudiced towards. It's not that they're prejudiced towards dark skinned men. It's like they're using that narrative to suck there with me. That colorist narrative. I see them hanging with dark skinned niggas. But it's always them beta males. It's always them beta males where it seems like, oh, they can manipulate or control. So because me is a dark skin male, I mean gawk over them or I don't even know. Cause all of these fuck out to sit down and think what really transpire. Sometimes it's not even worth my time. But you know, I try to erase it from my mind and it's like these things keep on popping up for haunt me. So, I was on like, at one point in time, I was on like, you know, my Zen mode. And they took me off my Zen mode. They took me off my Zen mode. And it's really hard to get back into that shit, Especially when it's something new hitting you. Yeah, I say like, wow, go on. Like, I wasn't even sleeping. You see me? I wasn't even sleeping like that. I heard it's something new. I thought it just was the only challenge I would have endured was with work. You know, and still I get in a fight. I don't want to affirm these things. I just want to let them go. Let them go because it serves me no purpose in life. Serves me no purpose. And I don't know how it's going to go for the human rights case. Human rights case, because it's like from you become a man to these women, these people. For me, I notice, even to the people close to me, they discard me as if I'm inhuman or don't deserve human rights. So I seen like this narrative for say, oh, you're a man, is to potentially bring threat to your life and endanger your life. And it's cool. Yes, sir, it's cool. It's cool because he's a man. He's a man. You see me? So you see the toxicity. You see me? And enough of them man here, I notice they're being babied by their mothers or family members. They can go and find some, but from some reason, and it's cool. It's cool. It's just that what I don't like about women, especially, they know about these things that we have to go through. Because some of them are sisters, some of them are mothers, some of them are, your relatives, and they're cognizant about what some males have to go through, hardship the males have to go through, and still have build up stupid arguments. All right, maybe for white women, I understand, because white men, really, majority white men don't put themselves in dangerous situations, right? Majority white men don't put themselves in dangerous extreme and don't get to. It's unless them do put themselves in there, right? Them do, right? Then they don't have high risk, so I understand they don't see it. They don't see it. I saw that you get why they will start making up shit. Cause they see how easy them have it. Like, yo, you just sitting here eating ice cream all day. You see me? Sitting down here, how much people would don't love. Well, I wouldn't love it. You poison your mind, you poison your body, and you poison your soul and spirit. Right? So, I get why, but I don't get why our females have shit for say, and they're using ignorance as an excuse. You see me? They're using instead the fact that they can't put things to, but they can have things for construe, right? But it can be as incompassionate, as devilish, as demonic, as toxic as they want, and then they come about all sort of fucker with cheating, this and that, rate, what not, what this, what you're doing, where you are, fuck. The amount of things I hear in this short space of time. The amount of things I heard in the short space of time. I thought I was exiting out of one hardship, and it's like I go back into the same shit. but now just making money off profiting from it. Profiting off from it. You know? So I don't know. It's like they're not giving me much choices. You see me? But I still have to get out there and do it. You know, I still have to get out there and go get it. So I'm not really trying to get involved with anything right now or ever, relationship wise. I don't know. When I say involved, when I mention involved in anything, uh, I'm talking about as in pertaining to trouble wise. I don't really stick my head out like that. I don't really stick my head out like for stick my head out. Because you'll notice that them chop you. You know, I'm not try to get chopped. I'm not try to get chopped because all the propaganda, the lies, that this, just to discredit why I go through. Just to discredit why I go through. I never add up. None of the stuff what them say even add up. You know, the same thing they do to my mother, same thing they do to my father. Right? And the country is covering it up. The country is covering it up. The country is covering it up. And there's ruining my life and future more and more every day. But I don't even see it as I don't even see it as ruining anymore. I see it as growth. You know, but the extremity sometimes. The extremity. Cause niggas they hate him say I come up out of the dirt. What them try for throw on me. Right? Niggas try to throw dirt on me and they all conspiracy. Now when I mean conspiracy, I already explained that. You know, and this is not paranoia. It's real life shit to me. I can't afford to make a mistake. I do tend to fumble because I hadn't had the right programming. So really and truly, there's a lot of reprogramming, deprogramming, you know, a lot of that stuff are going on with me. Reprogramming and putting in new programs, right? New programs that was never there. And I was trying to run on without even having the program for do it. So I just want things to change for me permanently. Like change and continue changing upwards. Not down. Not down. Especially how people move. Especially how people move. No. Especially how people move in very insidious now. Especially in this country. You wouldn't mind if that brother there. I know the rest of them might think this fucked up. But I wouldn't mind that brother that jump about me because I really want to see if I would have survived the annihilation. What I really want to see. That would make no difference to me if him drop it or not drop it. I don't really want to test this. might sound crazy what I'm saying, but yo, with the stuff I've survived, I've seen men talk about how me I smoke cigar and these things where we killed me, and I said, Jano, he didn't even know the half of it. If this killed me, then I shouldn't have been here in the first place. To me, these things keeping me alive. You know? Because when I start smoking cigar, you build up my testosterone. I had a wicked spike in testosterone that it felt like I had another growth spurt. You know, and I was feeling before I used to feel a lot of weakness. But I don't feel it much no more. And I do see my body getting bigger from working out. Well, the women tell me it all the time. So, I know. So, you know, I know it might sound like ramblings from depressed man. But I don't like to inherit the depression. You see me? I don't like to actualize. If anything, I'll operate depressed, but I'm not saying that I'm depressed. Because I'm not admitting to it. You know, because work need to be done, regardless, regardless of my depression. Because if I stop working, nothing. How are I going to maintain this? How am I going to maintain this? It's a lot of stuff out there for me that I need to do right now. Um, you know, God know when you got no friends, you got no real friends. Cause that's the thing with me. I don't got real friends. I don't got nobody real in my life. I just want to have people in my life trying to convince me of shit. That's all I got. And that's all they do, try to convince me of this lie. When they're trying to put all sort of limitations on me, this and that, and it's like me I really come for real, like say, yo, wow, didn't I just go through this? Didn't I just go through this for like 21 years? Why this person, are you giving me money to accept that limitation? Not how you going to put food in my pocket? Are you going to put money in my pocket? No, so what the hell if what you saying don't work nothing to you, so I should work something to me. Why should it work anything to me? Cause you're not going. Me can't close my eyes and hope say you run my thing and me good. Me can't even afford to get sick. Can't afford to get injured. Can't, cause don't really have to. The downtime, cause I got one man do. Stay sir. Something up here. You know? I can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. And niggas just always be hating. Niggas always be hating. I'm just tired of it. Real tired. Real tired. Cause we can't go through these cycles of bitterness and hatred for or with these niggas every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Cause really mash me down. I'm supposed to be doing things right now. Or today. I gotta do it later after I get off this live maybe. But I don't really like complaining, and these videos coming out to be. I know I've been doing it for a long time, complaining. But I don't know how else to do it. And people just programming me say, for be hideously insidious. They're trying to be as hideously insidious with me, something with me as possible, right? So I having this depression, so this is how it's supposed to be, But really and truly, I know in my soul say it's not supposed to be like that. People come and exploit you. People come and exploit you, and then they use that. I notice women like for try for double down and try for do all sorts of fuckery for win arguments. But you using me before I just see a bitch. I barely even know you. How the fuck am I using you? Yo, mama go about my business. Mama fucking go about my business. Cause this girl don't have no sense. This girl, I don't even, so you, matter of fact, you walk over here and talk to me. I know, all of a sudden, I barely, man, can't talk about me, I use you. Yo, what you know? It's just crazy sometimes. It's like, sometimes, I'm convinced that the devil is whispering into these people's ears and sending them after me. I'm convinced, because I said, Jano, you really come over here to me with the fuck shit and then acting like I'm being rude right now. I'm being rude. I'm being the asshole. And it's hardly hard enough with niggas being that way. And females some of them just never did talk to me. I'm cool with that. They cool with that. You see me? No, Jano. You see me? Jano. Yeah, like, but can't even say, yo, Jano, with some niggas, yeah, I said, Jano. With the homosexual thing, yeah, I said, Jano. Yeah, I said, Jano, I can't see why some niggas do that, go them way, but that's not for me. You see me? Because women just do deal so messy more while. All your own mother and family, we deal messy, very messy, and they even know, and pretend like they don't even know the fuck they're doing, when they clearly know what they're doing. And this is why so many weak men, so many men don't know what the hell, what gender they are. Because woman in there telling them all sort of foolishness in them ears to keep them weak and passive so they can control them. Some men are 40, 50 and still afraid of their mother for bust them ass. That can't, I'm not see how that even make any sense. You see me? And that's the shackle that them put. Your own mother was the devil to you. And people don't even know because they feel like it's love. You see me? That's not no love. That's not no love. If you is a grown man and still fear your parents, something is wrong. something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something definitely wrong. And people don't notice that they act like these things are normal. When it's not really, when you look on it biologically, anatomically, um, whatever way, you're not made to be like that way. After a certain period of time, you're supposed to develop your own independent ideas about your environment based upon the fact that you live in your own body. Your mother and father don't live in your body. They might have your DNA circumventing in your body and your blood, but you're not them, and they are not you. And I understood that from a very young age. And now can express it to the world. They are not, you are not your parents, and your parents is not you. That's all in your imagination. Everything that you thought, all of your perceptions of reality is stemming from your imagination. Even the stuff you see, you don't see from your eyes, you see from I can't even the cortex. I'm not even gonna get into that right now because I need to preserve my meds for do some things today. You see me? But everything is mental. Everything you see, everything you experience is takes place inside your mind, your brain. Some of us have selective perceptions. So we call selective perception illusion, delusion, selective perception is delusion. If you think that a certain way, if you choose to think a certain way because of some insecurity or even comfort, because this is why they say the truth don't business about nobody feelings. Don't. It doesn't. And the truth is God. God don't business. I guess God don't really business. I don't really want to state that. Enough time, I see like certain hardship, more extreme hardship I was going through. You know, God provide something for me to even know. God provide. I noticing that all women in this country becoming very incompassionate, very wicked, very I don't want to say masculine. I don't know why niggas keep on telling these women say they're acting masculine. They're acting demonic. Cause all of them beta shit where them bitches are going on too. Cause that's beta. That's weak. All of them shit here with them. You see me? Cause it take a lot of courage for trust. You see me? So if they think of what it takes to be a man, what I've come to see, I understand. Bravery, courage, honor, integrity, discipline, principle, being dangerous but being gentle at the same time, being stern, stoic. All these are traits of a man. Do you see any of these females exhibit? Only one may ever see in my life. You see me? We exhibit true stoicism. And to me, that girl there is a goddess. You see me? So all this fake hyper masculine shit, what these women claim they're on, when it really not on anything but the devil. sipping the wine from the devil and drunk on it too, right? They're sipping the wine from the devil and drunk on it. You see me? That's all. That's all. That's all. Sipping wine from the devil and drink and getting drunk off of it. You know? Well, you know, another thing. I notice a lot of people have start down to YouTube and like, you know, how far I've come with YouTube providing me some form of outlet, you know, to tell my story, express myself, express my feelings, you know, give me somewhere to just put it all, right? So it is stored, and even whatever, I don't believe anything can happen to me still beyond the current situation I have to deal with, right? I just have to just keep my meds together. Sometimes it's really hard, even with the meditation, even with the weed. I can't, I don't really like drinking like that. I really like drinking because it destroys the spinal fluid that regenerates your body. I do drink though. Like I tell you, I drink away my problems because sometimes my brain gets so overactive and then it becomes so overactive and it can't grasp what it can't really grasp or even put a hold on what's going on or what I need to do. Or if I need to do something, if I need to, you know. And sometimes it's hard to find that savagery, to bring out that beast, you know, that beast that dwells in you. You know, it does feel like sometimes my demons inside of me now work. They're not doing nothing but just there. They're just there, and then people just think just walk around the place, people thinking sound nice. You see me? And I'm not really that nice, you know. I really like that. I don't like them people out here. You know, I don't like the fact that it making me bitter, hateful. Cause I'm not going. You're not going here say tomorrow I'm gonna get shot down in the street or done of them shit there. Cause most are really paying attention. Cause that's how people end up like this. As she said, it's clear how many times I've hit. Now I wouldn't even say my dad's death. Cause me I see death as my best friend. Death is my best friend. You see me? I never know anybody who saw something there than death. You see me? God, death. You know, and I do tend to feel suicidal at times, and I never yet gone through with it. Never yet fully gone through with it. Yeah, sometimes of lately I wonder if maybe I experience a lot and just can just pass on now. But you know, sometimes as the reason why I don't do it, and I feel like deep down why I hadn't done it, cause this knowledge will come, this esoteric knowledge I come to understand. What if life, what if up was actually down and down was actually up? And when you look up, you're not looking up, you're looking down. You're looking down into space, right? I don't even done yet, right? What if you were to understand, right, that this spheroid rock that we are on, that's alive, is falling towards the sun in a fixed orbit. And what if you was to understand or overstand what they want to know? What if you were to overstand that you are in a hologram, in a holographic reality that is made up of light, frequency, and energy, right? And you're literally vibrating your own self into existence through your will, right? Your crystallized light that's being condensed, right? Because what after quartz? You have atoms, you have electrons. Well, let's start over. You have cells, then you have atoms that make up the cells. Then the atom is composed of neutrons and electrons and another cell that the neutrons is holding into. You get where I'm getting at? Cell. You see me? You keep on hearing this term, keep on popping up. And then you go beyond you go beyond you go beyond electrons and protons, and you find out you have quartz and the other one. And then what's smaller than quartz? All they see is liquid. When they look beyond that, the only thing they're seeing is little strings that swirling into each other, right? You know, so that's consciousness right there. Then the atoms are conscious. Who is writing these things? Who designed this thing to be this way? You know, the only thing I think humans have over every other species is that they're capable of becoming not they're capable of becoming self-aware. So that's why I'd say Adam was given rulership over all beasts. So now, when you think of all of that, when you put all of that together, right? Where I mentioned up, this is a hologram, this is a simulation. This is a simulation that you're in a deep sleep. You know, you're falling from light or graces of God. And now you're on this realm That's supposed to be paradise. And it also can be hell. But it's all a state of mind. Because everything is mental. But it does occur that you're not the only individual here. And what everybody else do also affects the whole dharma of this planet. So, you know, that's how I see it. So I can do how I see it. I can do so much. Really and truly, you can't be in control of anything but your own self. That's the only thing you can be promised. So you're in control of yourself. Everything else is not more than an illusion, because when you look at it, you don't really touch any surfaces. It's just the electrons in your body repelling against the other surface. If you were to resonate or vibrate at the same frequency, you would be phase shift through that object, right? You would phase shift through that object because of the resonance of the two molecular structures are quite similar. You don't even have to have, it could even be 1 point off, and you would still be able to phase shift, right? So knowing that, understanding that, right? Does anything really exist? I don't want to be like the serpent in the story trying to give people the fruit of, what you call it? Good and evil, fruit of knowledge, right? For make people think that, there's no consequence to their actions if you really think about it, right? Because that's dangerous. Because some people drastically will misinterpret it, and it's not that the fact that there's a consequence to your actions. Every action causes a reaction, and this is the power of man, right? Everything else can react, but we have the choice to not react. You can respond, you can strategize, you can plan, can the multitude of things, our approaches we can take to deal with our issues, right? You can become hyper aggressive as a man, and might is always right. That's why they call what they call God the Almighty, right? So people want to make might look right, because in the past a lot of mighty people did a lot of toxic things, a lot of vile things, But that's just the thing. We don't know the full story. We're just hearing it from someone else's perspective. You don't know what hardship that person went through to become that way, and it's just for survival. Everything is about survival, essentially getting out of survival and moving in a stage of thriving, where you're thriving, So I don't want to mislead nobody if they listen to this. Mislead nobody to believe some crazy deluca. You are real. I'm not telling you you're not real. You're real to yourself, and that's how you should have it. You're real to yourself. You don't know anybody around you. He can't read minds. You know, you only can go off of what people show you. You know, and you start this life. You know, when you really started this life, you don't know your parents' history, and it's all what they tell you. And you know, your parents could have a lot of distorted delusions and misconceptions and misinterpretations, a lot of those stuff, and these things can affect you if they program or instill these programs into your mind and how they instill it. It can determine whether you're successful in life or not successful. But if you want to make that determine whether you're going to be successful, that's all up to you. You know, you're responsible after you're 19. You know, I know said some parents want to come down to you and feel like even though you don't know, they still should be able to have place limitations upon you. You know, some of us just need to escape that, like myself, right? Uh, Build up yourself, you know, because they never had their shit plan. If they never had a retirement plan, you know, say, you going to have your thing sorted out where you're going to have the things that you need, and you keep yourself healthy so you don't end up in diapers where you have to say, once a man, twice a child. You know? Just keep. So that's why I just go in with God saying, you know, He promised eternal life. I've read a lot of books about the Philosopher's Stone. I am going to put out that. And I feel like I've found it. I've found the Philosopher's Stone. I don't want people to think that this is maybe me expressing my crazy, distorted delusions or whatever. With I don't have much delusions. I do admit I have some delusive ideas of things, you know, but I don't make it be the whole, it make it define my whole reality. I try not to, especially if I see something occur that would make it invalid, where not depend it doesn't depend whether it's this delusion is good or bad. You know, if I feel like it need to be let go, I'm going to let go of it, because it serves me no purpose no more. If it had served me a purpose, yeah, I guess it expired. You know, because I've seen something else now. New information has been brought to the table. You know, and as a man, I see like a man should be able to see through deception. You know, because you're the captain, you're the general of your own life. You have to know how to maneuver. You have to be sharp like a katana. You know? You have to be very sharp. You know? I used to think humility took you far away. But yeah, I still on humility. But you know, when you're amongst demonic people, humility can be taken as something else or misconstrued. It's always misconstrued. None never miss when it comes to humility, it never can be misunderstood. Everybody, everybody and their mother recognize humility. You see me? So when you see a humble person come and you see it's being misconstrued to belittle, degrade, um, disenfranchise, discriminate. You know, so something's in the mist. So, you know, I keep on going. I keep it going. Keep it going. You know, more you learn. More you learn. Like I was saying, you're manifesting yourself through your will into reality. And, you know, there's layers of, cause people think it just stop at the flesh. But no, you're surrounded by layers upon layers upon layers of um bioelectric fields. Even every organ that you have has its own. And this is what they're talking about when they're talking about the chakras, the center alignments of your body. You know, and if you really begin to tap into them, you'll see. Because I'll come to understand, um, you know, everything, all your emotions, and all your all your emotions is in sync or ingrained in your nervous system. So your sense of touch and how you feel is relatively, your brain does not interpret any difference. You know, so a knife, a broken heart, a broken heart can hurt you as much as a knife piercing into your chest. But that's on how much you that's how much your receptors are. It really, that's where now the mind comes in place. So if you know, say, if you cannot be faced by heartbreak, you know, or you can desensitize your, you can raise your pain tolerance, your tolerance to pain. You know, it also will sink. It also will can transition into that same something can transition to emotions. You know, it's ingrained. So when you say you're feeling some heavy on your heart, that's conducive to, you know, your nervous system. You're imagining it, right? That's why your imagination is a very powerful thing. Well, that's what they say, you know. So I try hard to be in control of myself, knowing this. I try hard to be in control of myself, knowing this, God, this is crazier than what they're telling us. No, the stuff they're telling us is crazy. Stuff that indoctrinating us with is crazy because it's literally they're telling us the reverse of what's actually going on. Everything they tell us is in reverse. And I think that's the spell. You know, but I'm not out here, like I clearly state, I'm not out here trying to start no revolution. Because really and truly, I see how the revolution take place in the mind. Everything is mental. You know, I don't need to herd a bag of people to my way for bring no attention to. You know, I just really want to do what's God's work. God's work. I'm not about really changing the world. Because the world constantly changes on its own. Why me I gotta take up that responsibility? It's not my responsibility to separate the darkness from the light, because it's already separated. It's not even separated, it's one. Those mere reflections of each other. You know? Or for say, or to say they complement each other. One can't exist without the other. Or what I would call that? Putrefaction in alchemy. They call it putrefaction in alchemy. It's all about the mind. You know, and it's really it's a really big task for me to really, because you make you sometimes make you wonder if you're doing the right thing or if you're even doing anything at all. Is it really working, or is it just down to the the level of influence that are physically shared? You know, they're telling you that both is matter. When it's really about mind. Because if they're telling you, say, all right, atoms are electrons are in superposition until you observe them, and then when you observe them, they follow your understanding or interpretation of the physics, your perceived notion, your preconceived notion about the physics of your reality, right? That's when you observe them, right? So say if our physics was a different type of physics and we had observed it, it would follow that physics. Atoms would follow that physics. So why is something so not that's supposed to be allegedly not conscious, right? Not conscious, right? Doesn't have eyes, not supposed to be aware to our knowledge, but can follow some kind of um systematic principle only when you observe it. You know, we truly are watchers. Truly are watchers. We're supposed to come and observe the patterns, or sign and wonders. Look to the sky for sign. Look to the stars and sky for sign and wonders. Right? Then that what the Bible tell you. You know, when you truly come wake out of this slumber, I don't ever like use the term wake anymore or woke. When you truly get out of this slumber, this dream called life, what's you know, I always like to not think about certain things that I know currently is beyond me, especially now, seeing that it holds a disadvantage to me. Because it's like you're wounded, right? You're in a forest and you happen to be shot down by an arrow and you didn't see the arrow. And then you sit down wondering who shot the arrow. I wonder how fast the arrow came at me. If I could have avoided it. um uh what else you would have think? What else crazy stuff you would have think? You got shot down by arrow. How fast the arrow? Who shot the arrow? Why did the shot arrow have to shoot you? You know, notice a lot of stuff are saying about this sounds similar to what I doing. And instead of getting up and finding help to help him, but because I feel like there's no help, so I feel like it's more better for me to do this, sit down and contemplate what I could have done better, right? What I could have done better to avoid the arrow than really go out there and I do it, right? But how I do it, I'll just walk with the arrow around him inside of me till I can repair it myself because I don't really trust people. So that's why I feel like better me sit down and contemplate or reflect on these things to do better for the future. So if next time a arrow comes straight and I can even dodge it without even looking, because that's the thing, the militancy I had to hold because I coming from having a disability, not being able to see and had to maneuver myself and people highly being very vicious, malicious towards me, right? I couldn't even go out on the road to beg them. I had to literally pull myself up by the bootstraps. And I live in a predominant country filled with people who are colored. But it does make me question where these people come from. I hear in multitude of different stories of where these people come from. First story was Ethiopia. Then the next story was Africa. Then the next story was West Africa. And the story keep on changing over the years. Every 10 years, the story change. Then it was Gambia. He kind of getting crazy. Because they have yet, they tell us all these things. But for here, in this country, they have yet to show any of the evidence of any of the stuff they claim that's transpiring and causing so that's why I don't trust nobody, especially from this country. It's not that I don't have trust for people, but I don't see where I can put, like I see my trust like an investment. If I don't see the investment showing any promise, I'm not gonna put my trust in it. I'm not gonna really put my trust in it, and I don't business about your feelings, your anything. I don't business about how much relativity. I don't even really care about you being blood relative. Cause to me, all of that is an illusion. That is just an excuse to go do foolishness. You see me? And I won't do that. He won't to catch me doing that. You know? Cause I alone in my body. I never yet really hear nothing. Cause I hear people here talk about them hear voices in them head and stuff like that. And I don't really hear no voice in my head like that. You see me? But my own thoughts. And to me, all my thoughts project into my head is like impulses, or I don't hear no clear voice. It's just like a simulation, or not simulation, stimuli. Like, I don't really hear no voices in my head. So for people who hear voices in them head, kudos to you. That's why I'm saying, like, maybe you are listening to the devil. The devil preoccupies how much? 1.999% of the space of man. God, the devil is really ego. The devil is really ego. And the devil trick you, make you can't see past the illusions. Right? You're stuck, you trap yourself into an illusion that you won't let go. Because your mind, you can't open your mind. Can't open your mind. And I fight every day to expand my mind even further. Certain things I feel lazy to take up because it's a lot of time, I remember in high school how stressing it was to perpetually be studying, and doing tests and stuff like that. Whereas under all this pressure and stress, being in this hostile environment. Well, I've always been a hostile environment, and it's always came down to relative of my perception. Because when growing up and experiencing more things, I realized that it was way more dangerous than I thought. And I was there thinking that I can handle this, I can fight back or defend myself, cause little stuff that I was practicing, and I never really took it seriously to enough to be even so confident about it. Right? I wasn't practicing every day. I wasn't training like the martial artists every day. Like that. Is recently since I grew up, now I'm seeing say it seems like it's a requirement. It's a requirement. Cause I wasn't practically, I liked the idea of, I watched those movies like Rambo and stuff, and so practically I never thought that, all of these things were necessary, like, was just cool to me. This was cool to me. I never knew or understood this was because I never had no male role model in my life. It's not problematic to me. It's not no problematic to me. I feel like that's idol worship anyways. Idolatry. Idolatry anyways. I feel like that this is there's so much problem in the world because people just don't want to let go. People just don't want to let go and realize that everything around you is growing, it's changing. It's changing. If you look up the climate change, everything changing. Everything changing. Constantly changing. People don't know. People don't realize that every day they lose about 1 billion trillion cells that does break down and turn into radiation and release into the air. You regenerate those cells every day. Cells die off. So when we talk about death, right? Everybody believe the opposite of death is life. When really the opposite of death is birth. There's nothing but life. Life, life, and life. Because things don't die, it transform. Really and truly just transform. What we're seeing is all this illusion of death. Death is just an illusion. It's about transformation. It's about transformation and some other stuff that are part of it, but I'm not going to mention now. But yeah, it's sometimes it's hard for fall. Yeah, you'll be here. You'll be doing some, and then ego, or you start you start feel like a veil being put over your eyes. And it's to fight against it, to become aware. And it's sometimes very stressful. Because, you constantly, perpetually thinking about this one thing that you can't really get an answer for. But you just have to be patient. And sometimes patience is a virtue. But I don't know. With me, with how this matrix I'm in operate, sometimes mama feel like to give up. Because I be patiently waiting for my time and somebody come fuck up my thing. Somebody come mess up somebody come take me off of my flow, my free flow that I'm on, and fuck up my thing. Cause what? The hatred of me thriving and trying to seek for excellence. Cause I know how much I need it. I need it I need it like oxygen. You see me? I need it like oxygen. People want to put limitations on people and tell them all sort of foolishness. That's all I see it as, foolishness. Because why shouldn't I strive for this? talk about money don't make you happy. That's another excuse. That's another excuse. To be lazy. To be lazy. Another more excuses. You know? Why you feel depressed? If you're secure, you can't eat, you can't, you see me? Why would you be, if you're living in abundance, as you so-called claim, because that's what wealth is rich. If you're living in abundance, if God bless you with abundance, why would you be unhappy? Because guilt, because God are pressed down, because they done the things they done to reach where them reach wasn't necessarily of, when you get it too fast and you never really, you see me, you do a lot of things you never earn. That's the thing, you have to earn your way to the top. That's how you achieve happiness and peace of mind. When you earn it, say you earn it, you work hard, you never give, nobody never give you a handout. You earn it. That's when you really become a king. You earn it. You see me? Even say if some people had fallout and some people no longer in your life, or some people just did have a fallout for you forget where you need to reach. So you know, if it was done in righteousness, if you remained in righteousness, there's no reason why you should feel guilty. Because that's why majority of those people talk about money don't make you happy. It's really a statement for trick the poor people to not to accumulate any wealth, so they can stay as consumers, so they can capitalize on that, your ignorance. I come from wealth, so I'm telling you, I don't even try to murder man, but that from sitting down and seeing, observing, that's all I see. That's all I see. 'Cause I remember working. I used to try motivate some of the females who were working for work with me. Were essentially we try look for promotion. No, them okay making the little 34,000 a month, barely a scratch by. You see me? And then they're not making themselves approachable or presentable for no man to be attracted to them. They feel like men just go come to them because them have a pussy. And then them go for disrespect the man them anyway them want to feel like whenever. You see me, the crazy shit that you see women this time talking about with this feminist movement, times that by 10. And you got what I went through. You see me, so them Muslims, something, but them have others to come beg me money, this and that, rate, and all of them. But them hold all sort of feelings. You see me? So, that's what they treat the poor people with. And they stay stuck in limbo. And because they're fortunate to have some kind of, they can run to something. That's why they feel comfortable for stay in this position, because they know say if they fall, something can I go help them for pick them back up and they can stay and slunder, talk about them depressed and can't do nothing, mentally sick. Right? After these people attack me, right? Me, I got through depression for going through work and this and that. I'm gonna hold it down for keep it working, because it never really fazed me. Never really fazed me. I just keep a smile on my face every day as much as I could. And my boss, like I keep on mentioning, my boss did know to motivate me. You see me tell, I didn't even give a fuck no more. You see me, I say, I go for the goal regardless. This man have to promote me. And when him do, him try to hurry up and fire me. Because I was right near the brink where him couldn't make a choice. I was trying to look for other avenues, other supervisors, female supervisors was providing more other avenues. Him locked me out of my portal. I couldn't send my email to for something there for apply for another position. And I reported it, and they did nothing. They only did something because this feminist fuckery, what I'm seeing going on, is getting a pandemic where we just sit down and mash up men, and then when these toxic women, we keep on give them, we keep on enabling them, support them, and then come to them aid when them cry wolf. Because that's what's going on, A lot of women crying wolf for no reason. No reason for mash up men's life. Because them bitter and hateful. And some of them don't even have reason for be bitter and hateful. Nobody ever break them heart. Them never in a no relationship with nobody to break them heart. And yet you sit down bitter. The whole of your life from your life start. You see me? Nobody really abuse them. Nothing. And I'm saying some of them females, you never go through abuse or molestation or something, you see me? Or whatever. But I sure know say you're molester. Never look like me. I don't even look like these niggas, and every day these niggas tell me, so I know say I don't think your molester would have look like me. So yeah, all of them foolishness here, even though if it's some kind of, what you call it, emotional factory period, right? Right? Because black women like to have those moments where everything and anything can affect them. Right? Black women mostly. I think I tell you, black women far from the truth than everybody else. Far from the truth, and it's so it's so. Cause I see like other niggas online getting it. Other niggas online seeing the truth. Other niggas online seeing the truth, but our women, why is it like literally the opposite? Far from the truth as humanly possible. So that me knows that the Bible is right. Cause the amount of Eve me see tell me all, I say, yo, Lilith clearly probably come back possessing these bitches' minds. You see me? Then me here research something on the internet. I talk about Lilith good. For anybody who don't know for what Lilith is or what I'm talking about right now, Lilith is some kind of archaic evil goddess. Right? She is the head of feminism. She is the soul, something there, founder of feminism. She's the first feminist. She is Adam's first wife, right? In Sumerian scripts. Because you go back to scripts, what we keep on hearing is re-editions of the same story. You know? Karma. Right? And Lilith in the modern day King James Bible, Lilith is only mentioned once and as a screeching owl demon creature. But if you go back to the Septuagint, the Quran, they mention more about Lilith. But where you get the full picture of where she's from is when you go back to, I think, the the Tamal, and any Sumerian script, what they refer to as Lilith. Lilith was the first wife of Adam. There's actually three wives, but that's a different story, right? That's a different. We're just only focusing on the two, which is Eve and, and Lilith. For understand the role of Lilith, you have to also understand the role of what Eve did, because there's multiple versions of this story, right? Because they said there's a version of the story where Lilith was the snake in the garden. She was the serpent that deceived Eve. Then some saying the serpent was the devil. Then there's others saying the serpent was some ancient alien civilization that came here and tried to enlighten man. Right? What I focus on, right, what I see the most effectively how to interpret this is anatomically, right? Dealing with your body, right? But the story, how the story go. Lilith did not want to lay down underneath her husband. She did not want to submit, right? So, God was kind of upset with that. Adam saying like, you see me them way that like, yo, the boss are telling me to do these steals, you see me? And then she fled away, and she tapped into her godly power and became a demon. And some say she went on to deal with Samuel. She had kids with Samuel, or some say Asmodeus. But she had 1,000 children, monstrous children, demonic, crazy looking children, right? And I think there was, I didn't know, I don't want to provide any misinformation. This is a very sensitive topic. But yeah, I think God ordered for all her children every day that she had a child. The child would be killed. So the agreement was, okay, she allowed that, but she going to come out and kill human children, and give young boys wet dreams, steal them soul, cause stillborn, a lot of things. But to my understanding, the government that was running Samaria at times created this narrative to blame some creature when they probably were a human, practicing a lot of human sacrificing, and people, children just going up, turning up missing. So you could have said like, oh, they just created this mythological, but it goes deeper, right? It goes way more deeper. God, I think what my understanding is how their understanding back then of psychology, they anthropomorphize psychological traits, right? That was being exhibit, and they've put it into one conglomerate being and saying the reason why your patterns or your habits right? He's this way because you're being possessed by Lilith, which in fact, what I come to understand is not wrong. They're probably not nine. And this understanding seems to had escaped from man understand to more metal, right? And we start becoming more technologically advanced. But it's not like people weren't talking about this. Like we are like our radios. We're no different from radios, and all of this is being projected. The whole scale of the universe is being projected like from some source to uh, to us. Like your pineal gland is a receiver. I also sends out messages. So that this whole universe is like our multiverse is like an organism in itself. So creation, the act of creation, wasn't only the act of just creation, it was the action of God. Because God, the creation is God. So think of yourself like no different from some cell that's dwelling in this organism. Because when you look on it, right, in a atom, there's you know how much space is occupied in an atom? Not how much space is occupied in an atom? I think it's like um 1% of an atom is preoccupied. No, 90.9, 99.999 is the amount of preoccupied, not non-preoccupied space within an atom, right? So knowing that, right, when you look, well, like remember when I was talking about earlier, but what if we're looking up? What if we're looking down and really up is down and down is up, right? When you look into space, the vastness of space, relatively, how significantly different is that from an atom, the placement of an atom right now, right? Because when you do the maths, right? How much matter preoccupies space, like space. So if we were to say, right, only 99.99% of space is unpreoccupied space, right? Space. So when you come to that understanding, you say, you really see we're so above, so below. So above, so below. The same thing that's you get me? So are your cells you? Are your cells really you? So if I can understand my cells is me, right, then I am God too. I know that might come off crazy, that's all. But that's the understanding. And I use the understanding strongly because I'm under God. You know, I feel like I said a lot today, more than I've ever said on these lives. Or maybe it's time for me to come off.